Let's find the products that we have represented here. Each of these is a multiplication. The reason we know it's a multiplication is because we have two quantities that we've put in parentheses. We've put them side by side with no operation sign between the parentheses. Remember, that's our way of indicating multiplication. So we're going to multiply these terms. Remember, to multiply terms, the terms don't have to be like terms. To add and subtract them, they must be like terms. To multiply and divide, they do not have to be like terms. So the way we multiply these terms is we simply multiply the coefficients. So 3 times 5 will give us 15. And then we count up how many x's we have being multiplied. Here I have 2 x's being multiplied. Here I have 3 x's being multiplied. That's a total of 5 x's being multiplied. And I would write 5 x's being multiplied using exponent shorthand as x to the 5th. This says I have 2 x's being multiplied. This says I have 3. That's a total of 5 x's being multiplied. That's what this says. X to the 5th says you have 5 x's being multiplied. And we've performed that multiplication of those two terms. Let's go over here. Negative 7 times the 2, when we multiply the coefficients, will give us negative 14. Here I have 4 x's being multiplied, and here I have an additional 1 more x being multiplied. So that's a total of 5 x's being multiplied. That's x to the 5th power. X to the 4th times x to the 1st, remember, when no coefficient is written, the understood coefficient is 1. X to the 4th times x to the 1st is x to the 5th. This says I have 4 x's, 1 more x being multiplied, that's 5 x's being multiplied. That's written x to the 5th when we use exponent shorthand. Here we have not only x's but y's in our terms. But that doesn't change. We multiply the x's together, we multiply the y's together, after first multiplying the coefficients. Negative 4 times 3 is negative 12. X to the 2nd times x to the 3rd. I've got 2 x's here, 3 more there. That's 5 x's being multiplied. Y to the 3rd times y to the 1st. I have 3 y's being multiplied here, 1 more y there. That's a total of 4 y's being multiplied. So the product of those two terms is this term. And multiplication of terms is relatively simple as long as you remember to think about how many of the variable you have based upon the exponent, and then add all those together to tell you what the exponent is to put on the variable in the answer.